You ever feel like you're always chasing those huge dramatic goals? But here's what I've learned. Those huge milestones aren't the only thing that matters. It's the small wins, those tiny victories that we often overlook that really pave the way to success. Today, I want to chat about why celebrating those little wins is such a foundation for success, how it's made a difference for me, and how you can start noticing your own. Plus, we'll dive into the science behind why small wins matter and how they can totally change the way you look at progress. For me, small wins are about progress and growth, but I'll be real with you. I used to completely overlook them. Like when I'd finish a project early or hit a small milestone, it didn't really feel like much to me. I'd brush off the little accomplishments and think, well, it's not enough. Or this isn't a big deal. If only this bigger thing happened. I focused more on what big thing didn't happen instead of the small wins that did. That mindset made it harder to stay motivated and left me feeling stuck. I didn't realize how much those little wins actually mattered and how many they were. I've started to shift my perspective. Now I'm training myself to notice and appreciate the little things because it's about momentum. I'm farther along than I was before the small win. And let me tell you, celebrating those small wins has been great for my mindset and self-belief. For example, today I caught myself comparing my YouTube channel's analytics to others. I felt discouraged, like I wasn't doing enough. But then I remembered what I told myself when I uploaded my very first video. I'm not here to compete. My path is my own. And it's okay if my progress looks different. That mindset shift helped me regulate my thoughts and emotions. And honestly, I'm proud of that small win of mind shift. It's these moments of self-awareness and reflection that remind me I'm growing. Did you know that celebrating little wins gives your brain a dopamine boost? That's the feel-good chemical that makes you want to keep going. Each little victory creates a positive feedback loop, motivating you to take the next step. It's like giving your brain a little high five every time you acknowledge progress. Beyond that, small wins help build confidence and resilience. They remind you that progress doesn't have to be all or nothing. They're also the building blocks of bigger goals. As Paulo Coelho said, the great victory, which appears so simple today, was the result of a series of small victories that went unnoticed. When you celebrate these moments, you're setting yourself up for long-term success by reinforcing the habits and behaviors that lead to growth. So, how do we make sure we're noticing and celebrating those small wins? Here are some tips I've been using that might help you too. Every evening, I reflect on the day and write down 3 small things I accomplished. It could be anything from finishing an edit to drinking enough water. Seeing those little victories on paper helps me realize how much I'm actually getting done. For example, yesterday, I noted that I reached 3 subscribers, brainstormed a new video editing idea, and finally finished a task on my to-do list. Instead of just focusing on traditional goals, think about value-based goals. One of my values is curiosity. So every time I try a new editing technique or explore a creative idea, I count that as a win. It's a reminder that progress isn't just about numbers, it's about staying aligned with what matters most to you. Celebrating doesn't mean you have to throw a big party. Sometimes it's just taking a little break, getting yourself a treat or saying, "Hey, you did awesome today." Find what feels good for you. Sometimes I'll treat myself to a dance break in my room or just take 5 minutes to relax and soak in the moment. Remember, slow progress is still progress. Those little steps forward add up to big changes over time. Each one reminds you that you're capable and growing toward your goals. Trust the process and give yourself credit for the journey. Professionally, starting my YouTube channel was a big first step, but every video I post feels like a small win. Even if my analytics are low, I'm learning, growing, and figuring out my editing style. Physically, I'm focusing on my appearance and vitality. Spiritually, I'm working on my connection to self, and in every area, celebrating small wins keeps me motivated and grounded. Today, I'm especially proud of how I handled my emotions around comparing myself to others. Life isn't a race, and I'm learning to celebrate both my accomplishments and others. They are doing great, and so am I. This shift in perspective helps me see that each small win is part of a bigger journey towards self-trust and gratitude. and that I'm always moving closer to where I want to be. Reminding myself that progress looks different for everyone helps me stay focused on my own path and appreciate the journey. Now it's your turn. What small wins have you celebrated recently? Maybe you made your bed, drank enough water, or tackled a task you've been procrastinating on. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content about personal growth and positivity. Thanks for watching, and remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. You've got this. Bye for now, and don't forget to celebrate your wins today.